My first analysis while in psychoanalytic training was on the couch 3 times a week with a German analyst. She was a strict classical Freudian analyst. The couch helped me to get in touch with feelings, childhood repressed memories, and gave me the space I needed to not have to watch the analyst's facial expressions, or to follow usual social custom in speaking, or to censor my thoughts or feelings. My training consisted of seeing all patients 3 times a week on the couch, and I felt patients made progress faster in getting to their core issues and conflicts. I also had the need to feel like a real analyst, like my analyst, by seeing patients on the couch. Later on in my practice, I began to experiment with seeing patients sitting upright. I found they waited more for my reactions, would interpret my facial expressions, and would, unlike when patients are on the couch, I would talk more and would make more interventions. I feel there are more silences on the couch, which gives a patient more time to get in touch with deeper issues and feelings, and not to have to be concerned with social graces. However, the idea that one size fits all does not apply.
I was asked to talk about the couch, and everyone knows the couch means lying down on the couch. Some patients do use it and do it. Other patients do not. After the first session with a new patient, sometimes I will decide to ask them to lie down on the couch and tell them that's how I work. Other patients don't seem ready for that kind of thing. If people come 1 time a week, sometimes I use the couch even with them, but 3 times a week at the most, you have people use the couch. And the purpose of it partially is to have them regress, not look at me and imagine what I'm all about, without looking. That's what people do. That's what Freud did. Freud saw people 6 times a week, and you always used the couch, I believe, except once in a blue moon he didn't. He took walks with patients once in a while. Sometimes when you use the couch, something might go wrong. I had a patient years ago who was eager to be in psychoanalysis, brilliant man, came in, used the couch, and within 10 or 15 minutes, I told him to get up because he was regressed so badly that he said he was shrinking and he was disappearing. So he sat up for many, many sessions. And finally, when he got a little better, he was able to use the couch, and with great success, actually.
I think that if you're going to work with the unconscious, there's no other way of doing it. If you have to use the couch. If you're in view, it's going to be limited what you can reach. I think it also creates intimacy, as far as I'm concerned, even though people do not believe that. I do believe the couch creates the greatest intimacy that you can imagine. To be able to say everything to someone and that person to listen to it, it creates, and become interested in it, creates a big attachment. And a sense of freedom that you get by being on the couch that you cannot have when you're held in view by other eyes. It is an identity, so the couch to me is part of being an analyst. I do have a relationship with my couch. I take care of it. I have issues when patients mistreat my couch. I have a woman who raises her leg, and I often wonder why she does it, and I asked her about it. She claims she has knee problems, but I don't believe her, and I told her to put her knee down and tell me about her problem in her knee.
I use the couch where I can, no matter who the patient is, as long as the person can use the couch. If they can't use it, I don't even introduce it. using the couch, unfortunately, was associated only with classical analysis, which was, as I said, unfortunate, because analysis really is not defined by frequency sessions or if you have a couch or you use the couch. It's really defined, in my mind, by countertransference, understanding those concepts of transference, countertransference, and resistance. But I use the couch with everyone I can invite to do so. And, I like using the couch because it sets the stage for free thought, to become aware of our inner world, which I think goes by the wayside often in our society. We don't pay attention to our inner world. And one day I just didn't feel like lying down on the couch. It was my way of asserting myself, just in being defiant, and it was good for me to be defiant. So I walked into the room and I just stood up. I stood up, he stood up, I stood there, he stood there. He didn't say a word, I didn't say a word. And when I was ready, I lied down. What made him a great analyst was he didn't interpret it. He didn't question why I was doing it. He let me be. And that's what I think this whole work is all about, letting people be, as long as they're not destructive to themselves or anybody else.
The couch, to me, always signifies going inward. In my own analysis, I experience it as a vehicle of intimate self-revelation, a place where you can't hide. I see the couch much like that trust-building game, where you ask someone to close their eyes and fall backwards, with the hope that someone will be there to catch you. So when I introduce the couch to my patients, in a way, I ask them to let go, to disengage from eye contact, and to trust at a most basic level. So essentially, I believe the couch equals the capacity or the hope to be able to trust someone, which creates a capacity to form a relationship, and by extension, I would say, to live in this world.